All right, good morning, cyber traders. Welcome back on this Thursday, the 7th of October. How's everybody doing this morning? Let me get a little, see if everybody can hear me loud and clear. Good to see you. Good to see you all. All right, good. Good morning, Gene. There you go, Grant. Welcome back, everybody, on YouTube, Facebook Live. Another exciting day. Let me tell you, so far, it's been a pretty decent week, not a terrible week. We don't have any really big winners that we had like the following week, but we're getting a little bit of a rally in the market. We're up about 300 points. It looks like they raised the debt ceiling, and they're just more or less kicking the can down the road, which the market kind of likes. I don't know if you call it a rally, because I still don't see the market really going anywhere. But let me tell you, Bitcoin is obviously doing pretty well. We're up, 52,000 or something like that? I know we talked about it yesterday. I know Josh and our Bitcoin instructors out there, Josh and Rich, are really doing pretty well with that one. Holding tight there. But you know what? Overall, a couple of stocks are really going up and down. I don't really still see anything exciting. Listen, when we get past 35,000, then 35.50, right around there, then we'll talk. We're at somewhat a rally, but until then, I'm still seeing a little bit of a Fausto flag. I'm not really buying it. I don't really see too much going on. Remember, we're still stuck right around here, around these April price ranges. But there are a couple of good stocks that are moving pretty well. Let me tell you, it's not it's a head fake today, right, Brian? I'm sure it looks like that way. But anyway, there were a couple of stocks that did move pretty well today that I have to admit. We had this one stock, BIG, that did really well. A lot of you guys got in here early this morning. I didn't have it on the watch list because I put the watch list. What time did I put it out there? The watch list came in around 7:51. Now remember, there are 3 times when you get program trading. You obviously get one around 7 o'clock, 7:30, around that time. But the real program trading kicks in at 8 a.m., 8:30, and then 9 a.m. So right now we just broke the 9 a.m. I know there might be a couple of things that might be kicking in right now, but this one exactly at 8 a.m. was a great runner. You could see it right here when program trading kicked in around 8 a.m. Stock ran from $5 all the way up to about $5.20. A lot of you guys saw it on the watch list because the watch list kind of stunk. There wasn't that much out there. And then all of a sudden things started making a big pop, and some of you guys jumped in, right around 550, did a little shake, 580, did a shake, just kept breaking higher highs, 620, 640, all the way to about 830, and now she's starting to make a higher lows. But you could have chased this stock. You didn't need a lot. You didn't need to make that big dollar. You could at least made at least 20, 30, 40 cents. It's always great to start the morning on a positive note. But we'll talk a little bit about some of those stocks. Let's talk about what happened yesterday for some of you here that missed out a little bit. So the stock NIO was a really nice mover yesterday. We had a nice little $6 runner right in pre-market. She did a nasty shake here at 9:30, and then finally built a nice little support levels here and started breaking out. Went up to about 7. That stock did pretty well. Groom, that was another one we traded, back on the 29th. This was a great stock. Ran from $1.70 to $6. She had a little bit of a move right out of the gate. She got halted a couple of times. Nice move, $3.29. Ran to a high around 588. Nice move. You could see it got halted several times. Then she started building a Fausto flag on this one, and then boom, the thing just came crashing down. Let me tell you, yesterday afternoon's phase 3 wasn't the greatest, but we had some really good conversations going on. We had a couple little bit of stocks made a push at the last minute, but yesterday's class and the day before, phase 3 was really good, I have to admit. And you should go back, because what was great about those big movers that we traded, that we saw these iceberg orders, these big block orders get executed, and we've seen what happened. And if we didn't have our finger on the trigger, we would have got crushed. And actually, the GROM was one of them. We had the rally, we watched it. You got to go watch the video. Remember, if you want to be a student, you have access to it. Talk to your education advisor. But listen, this is the whole point. If we were not hawking this stock right here, and didn't have that game plan and did not get out, that winner would have been a huge loser, okay? And the big thing about here teaching at Cyber Trade University, the trading room is where we trade and we work together like a team. The classroom is where we teach you how to stop losing money, because that's everybody's biggest problem. Our goal is not to teach you how to make money. We teach you how to stop losing it. And yesterday's lesson is a class you do not want to not watch. You have to go there and see that, because you've all been there. You've all done that. You saw how I had my finger on the trigger to hit that button. And the second I hit it, boom, that thing ran from 538 all the way down to 438. You would have lost $1 like that, $1 on 1,000 shares, $1,000. You could really hurt some of you, when it comes down to that. So it was, and the only reason why we got done is, I'm not saying I'm a genius or, I got lucky, because I hate being lucky. You don't want to be lucky in this business. You got to have skill, but you got to know where those orders are. And you saw it, and you saw them get executed, and it was game over. But anyway, it was a really fun stock to trade. Another one that was very slow was BTBT. It was nice the day before, BTBT. You could see it right here. Was nice, but this one moved pretty decent. It ran from a price of 780 all the way up to about 940. Nice move, nice little trend right there. So we did pretty well on that one too, but not the greatest day, but it was a nice overall day. Now, what are we trading this morning? What's going on? So anyway, we know about the oops, let me fix this here so we can see a little better. And let me change the two charts. So we know about BIG. So we traded the stock. Let me look at the long-term chart. You can see it here. We traded this back in August. It went into September. It became a good, not only a day trade, it became a swing trade. Remember, to be a good day trader, to be a good swing trader, you have to be a good day trader. It's what happens over the course of the day, which trickles into a swing trade. And for all my options trader friends out there, listen, you want to be a good options trader? How do you know what option to do to trade if you don't even know what the stock is doing first? So this is how you would basically could have monetized a stock like BIG when we traded it. And this is the stock literally just went all the way up to about $12 from a $2 stock. What is that? Almost 500% on a day trade, on a swing trade. On a day trade, it also it was up a lot. So, but anyway, she's moving pretty nicely. She's testing some resistance levels over here. I popped my nose over here on level 4. And there was a couple of big iceberg orders that started showing up. You could see them right here. You got some 18,000, 34,000, and that was really kind of where it kind of died out. There was nothing here holding it early in the morning, which prevented it, other than this buyer came in, which kind of started the rally. But now all orders are coming in, so we need to see how it's going to pan out when the market opens up. Right now, the stock is pretty much flat. But I mean, trading at 14 million shares, that is a lot. Another stock that came on my watch list early this morning too, 8:30. It had a nice little move. This stock right here, PBTS, moved pretty nice at $1.20, shot it to $1.45. The reason why I like this stock, if you look back on the long-term chart, a lot of you remember this stock. We traded also the stock in July. This stock ran from $1.50 to $2.80. Cheap stock, very inexpensive. So we know the stock can move, but she's testing some resistance levels. She's been having a really nice trend the last couple of days, but she did back off right here, which I'm really not a fan of. She's up, 7%, 800,000 shares. I mean, listen, there's not that much out there. I'm very, very limited what I see out there. I thought this one might be interesting also. This is going on the B list, not on the A list. It's up 7%, 66,000 shares. $5 stock got crushed. It's been up the last couple of days. When I looked here on the long-term chart, I mean, it's kind of spotty. I don't know. Maybe on the C chart, maybe on the C list, not even on the B list. And this is the other one that's just getting crushed, down 36%. It looks like it's trying to come up, but we all know about pharmaceutical stocks. I always like to kind of bring this up. Pharmaceutical stocks do not come back. Okay, so be very, very careful when you look at these stocks. Some people I know that everybody's got a couple of pharmaceuticals, if not one, in their portfolio because they heard that they got the next, first the first was the cancer drug. Now it's like the next best thing for COVID. So, so I put it on the watch list to see how she trends out, but be very careful because she's breaking 52-week lows. Other than that, I mean, going through the watch list, I mean, seeing what's going on. I mean, Jan looks like it just showed up right here, up 18%. This stock just moved at 9 o'clock this morning. So this came on the next program trading time zone. Looking down the watch list, I mean, I'm not seeing anything that really jumps out on me as I'm working my way down that list. I mean, look, we're already at 7%. It's all garbage. I did see the CEI. I mean, listen, be careful of the stock. The stock is very volatile. You got to, you know, it's been a fun stock to trade for some of us here, but please don't fall in love with this. There's a huge short squeeze. She's coming up to some support levels here, but, you know, but don't think like it's going back to $5, okay? Everything else, as I was working down, I was going to put the NIO on there, but we know NIO is a fast-moving stock. It's got some support levels here. It's a little expensive. We traded here in the past. If you're not a Category 3 trader, stay away from it. Now, that's about it. Couple of stocks that some of you are shooting out here in the cyber group room. I don't know if anybody here on YouTube wants to tell me if there's anything you want me to look at. Just put it in the chat. But Dan, a gold student here, says, what about Marvel? So Marvel, I saw that nice little trend yesterday. Marvel did move pretty nicely yesterday. She's kind of, you know, she's breaking a new high. She's expensive. She's more of a swing trader than more of a day trade, Dan. So, but I know Marvel, and it's not the Marvel you're thinking of, like Marvel, the superheroes. This is a Marvel tech stock. Mark D, gold student, says BBI. You know, it had a big spike up and it came right back down, Mark. You could put this on the B list, but you know me, I'm not a big fan trading stocks under $1. B Dry from Dan. Dan, I don't know why we're looking at this stock. Stock's not doing anything. It's really kind of flat. You know, 2,200 shares, not really. I mean, listen, this is what I'm talking about. This is where you're really stretching it. You could even see on the long-term chart, very spotty on the long-term chart. We don't like when we see those gap fills right there. Not really a stock that you want to trade, okay? But listen, don't think this is the bottom. You know, like everyone's thinking like, you know, don't get caught into thinking like, is it too late to jump in now? Should I jump in now? I'm not sold on this market. Okay, you got a debt ceiling that they're working to deal out. It's not stitched in stone. Listen, these politicians are always playing games with each other. If they do it, they're kicking the can down the road. But the market does like it a little bit, but I'm still not seeing anything that's really like not getting that trend. You need to see several days before you could see that. And the only way you see that is what we're doing now is day trading. All right, so with that said, everybody, the market's opening up in 15 minutes. If you're new here to Cyber Trade University, please make sure, you know, if you're a trial member, make sure you talk to the education advisor, make sure you book your appointment, make sure you get maximize those benefits that you get here to get the full experience of Cyber Trade University, the trading room, the classes, everything else. If you're watching YouTube live, you can always join us, like us, and friend us. And if you're watching this recording, we're here live every morning at 9 a.m. and 2:30 afternoon Eastern Standard Time. In the meantime, everybody, today's Thursday. It's always a good day to trade on Thursdays. Tomorrow's Friday. Be careful about tomorrow. I forgot to mention one last thing. What does Friday encounter? Monday is Thanksgiving for the Canadians, right? Is that right? And it's Columbus Day. So the stock market is open, but a lot of kids are off. So I'm expecting a lot of people are going to be taking off on Friday. I'm actually taking off, okay? So I'm going away with my kids. I got to celebrate, you know, my Italian heritage. Columbus Day, you know, I got to have, you know, I have to celebrate it. So, if I don't see you, Lita and all my Canadian friends out there, have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. It's the greatest time of the year. I love cooking, and I know some of you guys do too. So enjoy that. But be very careful tomorrow, because when you have a long weekend, a lot of people take extra long weekends, and with kids off, I don't expect Monday probably be a crazy day, and it could trickle into starting on tomorrow. But let's see how we get out today, right? Just to prepare. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. See you in a little bit in the trading room. Just be safe.